Oh, it won't? We turn that off?
It just won't. So, but yeah, you're live now.
Okay.
And your audio's on.
Okay, my audio is on. Can the people of the world hear me? Okay.
Go. Can you talk?
It's turned up. Okay, cool. And then wide shot. And the closet is open. Hello. Oh, cool. Hello, everybody. We got people in the chat today. Okay.
We'll do this.
Yeah, I don't. I'd like to get ideas from the chat. Hi, everybody. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to do some silly social media stuff. But then I'm going to be making. Can y'all hear me? I'm going to be making a Thanksgiving feast, as you can see right here. So I think it's going to be really fun. Hey, Rahab, what's up? Becca Roberts is here. We already got a regular or two. I love that for us. Okay, so sorry, y'all. Let me just hit a button here. And un momentito, por favor. And shablam. Cool. Okay, so hey guys. Everyone's asking how I'm doing. I'm okay. I had a rough morning, so I'm glad I could be on the stream at all today. So very big thanks to Dan and Wella, who you might have seen if you watched the Monday stream. They were on the Monday stream. Big thanks to them for mixing for me. I had a rough morning. I celebrated a Friendsgiving last night, and I think I'm just allergic to alcohol because I had like almost no alcohol and just got really, really, really sick. So things are better now. Anything is better than that. So for anyone just joining, I'm doing this. Cassidy and Kylie Chapman ask, who are you? Well, I am Dana. I am one of the Dan Cakes artists. And I know Dan sometimes takes the Wednesday stream, but we tend to cycle out. He always gets Monday, but usually it's up to me whether or not Wednesday stream. And Dan actually had to record for a podcast. So I'm taking over. But I'm going to switch to the overhead shot here. There we go. Sit back and relax, y'all. I will show that reference picture one more time, and then we're going to get started. Don't know how the exposure is, but it is a Thanksgiving feast. And I'm going to be doing some, I think Thanksgiving foods as a focus. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to hear it. So here we go. So first of all, I'm going to take a page out of Dan's book and make this a lot smaller. Like I'm going to make a border that I have to keep within. Because I have a habit, as I'm sure Becca or any of our regulars, but Becca's always the one that comedically points it out, which I appreciate because I like to be called out on my repeat errors. I tend to make the pancakes too big. So we're going to do that. Is that a very good box? I feel like that's not a very good box. Yeah, I goofed that a little. 1 second. It's really nice to have you guys here. Glad we've got quite a few people watching. How's your guys' holiday going if you celebrate? I know Thanksgiving is a more American holiday, if not an exclusively American holiday, but it's kind of a big one over here. So if you're American, I hope you're enjoying it. If not, I hope you're just having a good week. Thanks for joining me today. So I think that looks like an okay box. We never go for perfection. I guess I'm just worried about how much detail I can fit into this. It might be a fun challenge. Yeah, Becca, I'm doing it. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy's in the chat. Good pal of ours. Jeremy, I hope you're doing okay. So that's not terrible. I think I can work with that. Like, what do you guys think? Should I challenge myself and try to actually make a decent-sized pancake? But there's a lot going on here. But you know what? I'm going to go for it. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to make a really cute little Thanksgiving pancake. So I'm going to start with the turkey over here. We've got the little leg. We've got some sprigs of something green going on. And then we've got another leg. It is really good to get into the habit of drawing small, you know? So this is probably a good thing for me to do, even though I'm a little uncomfortable because I wish it was bigger, because then you can have more detail. But I have ADHD, so I tend to get in over my head without thinking, and then I get really overwhelmed and then it's hard for me to do anything. So I'm just gonna wing it. Whoa, that's a joke. Becca said, I'm so proud of you, Dana, though I secretly really enjoy watching you make a too big pancake and then having it creative when you flip it. Yeah, I imagine it looks like a sitcom at this point. It's like, did I do that? And then there's like a laugh track, because I always make it too big. It's like, there she goes again. And I'm sure that is funny to watch. It's just a running joke at this point. But I don't want it to be a running joke where I just make excuses for it. For example, I was late to Friendsgiving last night, which before anyone gets on me, rightfully so, about, you know, going to others' houses. My Friendsgiving was with Dan and his partner and Wella, who's visiting. So all people that I have seen every day, or at the very least are in my social group every day. So we had Friendsgiving, and oh, it's Dan. Wow. Dan, the auto rotate is on. I think that's okay, but okay, I'm going real small. That's cool. I didn't know you were me. But, so anyways, I went to Friendsgiving, but we were late. And to be fair, y'all were later, which made me feel better about myself. Because I felt like we were really late, and then we got there and we were the only ones there. But I was telling my girlfriend, because I felt bad I made us late, I was like, I don't want to just always be the haha, I'm always late person. I want to accept my mistakes, but also work on it, because, you know, it's not, after a while, you're just kind of excusing it, even when it affects other people, and it's really easy to fall into that. It's really easy to just try to accept our flaws as quirks, but when they're flaws that affect other people, it's like, no, I actually want to work on that, I think. I don't want to make the people around me suffer, because that's just Dana, you know, especially when I can work on it. Becca is lovingly mocking me because I made a frame for once, so I'm keeping my sizes in check. And she's just like, wow, Dana, not ginormous, which, again, I appreciate. I'm, hey, yo, you good there? Dan, you want to mic up? No. Guys, he said no. That's okay. I'll just make up lies about him and he won't be able to defend it. Okay. Dan eats 1 puppy a week because he says it preserves his youth. And I've tried to tell him to stop. But when I do, he says, Dana, the shapes. They told me.
Correct.
Wella's laughing, so I think I struck some truth there. It is a fun challenge to try to make everything like the size that Dan would. 'Cause you would make this like this big.
Well done.
Thank you. So that is Dan and Willa. They are doing other things around the studio, so they'll probably pop in and out. But yeah. Jeremy says 2-ounce turkey won't be much of a thaw. Good one, Jeremy. Also, it's on the griddle, so you know. Okay, and now we're gonna make this bowl over here. Finally, a smooth line. I did it. And we're gonna put some, I don't know, those like Brussels sprouts, I guess. What's your guys' favorite Thanksgiving food? Drop it in the chat, and Jeremy, if you'd be so kind, keep a compiled list if you would, because I would like to make some more Thanksgiving food today. Or just any traditional dishes you guys want to see, if you're not from the US, which from our last streams, always, like what we've gauged, it seems to be quite a few of you, so let us know. I feel like my line work's gonna be kind of sloppy here, but that's okay. First pancake of the day. I gotta fire up the old brain. Let it turn on, I guess. How's everybody doing, by the way? I hope you're well. I hope everyone is being safe and kind, and that you all have a fantastic Thursday, whether that be Thanksgiving or just I don't know. Throwing out at your house. Thank you everyone again for joining me. I need Q-tips. Pardon-moi. Beyonce's grandmother makes this awesome dish, but she calls cheesy potatoes. Honestly, it's so good, it's sinful. Sounds pretty good. I'm not allowed to have the recipe until Kyle and I are married. Wow. You gotta earn it, I guess. That's pretty funny. I mean, if you're engaged, then at least you're on the way to getting the holy grail of cheesy potatoes. That is funny. That's like some serious, like, family, like, code. Like, those who do not carry the last name, which I don't know if you're gonna carry his last name or whatever. But they do not get the cheesy potatoes. It's just funny. So yeah, my line work's not gonna be perfect here, but I've had the shakes this morning, just like real shaky, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna be kind with myself and be like, you know what? It'll be good enough. There's a fire in the background, which is also what drew me to this, because this is going to be a really fun one for lighting. Wow, beautiful. I love, so I can't scroll up, so feel free to repeat, like, say your name if this was you, but someone said, at first I thought she was making Gary from SpongeBob, and that's kind of hilarious. You'll see when it goes back to the overhead, but I can see why you'd think that. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's these two over here. So, now that I've got the line work, I'm gonna add my highlights. Y'all probably know the drill at this point. You get a highlight, you get a highlight. Mashed potatoes, you get highlights. And this is a very warm scene because there's a fire behind it. So I'd like to exhibit that with my lighting choices. Because I am free to spruce up this drawing however I want. So I'll probably add a little bit, like, more hints of yellow and everything. There's a lot of cool shorthand you can do as an artist to imply lighting without getting so complicated as to just copy realism, if that makes sense. Like, this whole picture looks yellower because everything has a yellow filter over it because of the fire, when while I'm just going to probably add some yellow highlight lines, which does a lot more than you'd think. It's one thing I've learned as an artist, is it's amazing what you can do with just a little bit of I don't know, there are little shortcuts. And it's not bad, you're not cheating. They're genuinely extremely helpful to know because it saves a lot of time as an artist, and sometimes it makes the art look better. Simplicity is not the enemy. I'm a sucker for color theory, so if I start rambling about it, don't mind me. I'm from Belgium. We only have Sinterklaas here and Xmas. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm just a dumb American. I think I've heard people say Sinterklaas before. I mean, Christmas is cool too. This could easily be a Christmas feast. We'll just call it a holiday feast, because why not? All right, so we've got this fire back here. It's gonna be a little white, Because fun fact, if you want to make anything look like it's glowing, you just got to put white in the middle of it and then put the color it's glowing around it. So there's the fire, for example. I am then going to take yellow and put that around it. And then, whoopsie, dominoes. I'm going to put some orange red. It's probably going to cook to more of a red though. And then I'm going to put some tinges of red on the end. And so you're going to see that fire is, I mean, it already looks like it's glowing, which is a very fun effect that I learned not that long ago. So now we're going to get into this leafy green. Right there. Guess we'll throw some green on these Brussels sprouts over here. Salad or whatever it is. Some kind of dish. And some on these leaves. I think this is going to be really fun. I'm not aiming for perfection here by any measure. Oh, excuse me. It's mashed potatoes. Luckily, pancake batter is mashed potatoes colored. Oops. Shoot. I hate when I do that. Sometimes the color leaks into places it shouldn't, and it's really annoying. That's okay. Mistakes are how you learn. Thank you, Melissa. I'm trying my best. Sorry guys, one moment. Yeah, Becca, that's a good call. Like it's sad, you know, and I hope, you know, I think I can't tell anyone what to do, but I strongly advise that everybody prioritize health this year with everything going on, but people are gonna do what people are gonna do. But Lord knows that I wasn't going home because it's like I have a big family too. I can't risk it for me, mates, for the guys at Pancakes, but also that's a big concern of mine. All right, we got grapes. Shade them with purple for some pop against the orange yellow turkey. Are these grapes? Do people put grapes around turkeys? Is that a thing? No cranberries, but that was not a grape. Oops. Let me fix this. gonna get some really crazy warm colors in here. This is gonna look really cool. It's a bit more of a brownish red, but of course, good art tends to be exaggerative in some way, so. All right, and then we want the like undercooked part of the turkey, or at least the lighter part of the turkey. I guess that's the light meat, but I don't really know. Get that in there, and then we're gonna do some of these. Cool. Yikes, Becca, I'm so sorry that you're going to a university that's dangerous right now. Ugh. I wish America was handling this better, but hey, I guess that's a spicy take. But for anyone taking precautions, thank you. It really does make a difference. Luckily, I have a tiny kitten now, so I don't mind just staying indoors and fluttering toys in front of her. But that's just me. All right. Yeah, Becca, that's a good call. I don't know why anyone would choose to go in person. Like, obviously, that'd be better for educational reasons, but that's, you know, without the context of being in a global pandemic. But I also understand that online classes are hard, and so I guess if people are social distancing, then I can understand it a little bit. Mostly, I just feel for anyone trying to get an education right now. Like, I can't imagine, like, I have a pretty severe ADHD, and so, like, it's already difficult enough for me. And that's with the privilege of having a workspace that I can come to that is just me and my friends. I don't need to walk in any public buildings or anything. And I'm extremely grateful for that. And that already is still a struggle for me because I still need to be my own person on my own schedule, whereas I have Hank as a manager for a reason. He used to just tell me what to do, and I did it. And when I have people to tell me what to do, I thrive. I thrive on being given direction and just being a workhorse. But now that online classes, there's so much less human interaction to help ground people in their responsibilities, and I just feel for them. My girlfriend is in online classes right now, and it just seems so difficult. You know, I think she's actually considering taking the next semester off for that very reason, because she wants to focus on her job so she can, you know, make money, because she doesn't even know why she's in school anymore. Like, she feels like she's not gaining anything, and it's just a sad situation, I think. And I'm really proud of anyone trying their best. It can't be easy. Really cannot be easy. I'm very grateful, honestly, to not be in that situation, because I would be floundering like you wouldn't believe. I already floundered in classes that I felt like were engaging, you know? So proud of anybody who's, you know, trying their best. And even if you don't feel like you're trying your best, you're trying your best. I feel like we have an issue right now with people not being kind enough to themselves, because once again, global pandemic, like, you're doing great. I said a similar thing on a previous stream where it's like anyone struggling with anything right now, you know, stress, bad old habits, whatever, like you're trying your best. Like no one, life was already hard enough, and now it's like someone turned the level up, and I don't know. I appreciate y'all, and I think you're doing great. I don't even have to know you. Like, I just know that everyone who's still trying to do anything right now, like whether that's going to work or reaching out to people, just having human conversations. I know I have social anxiety, and so my social skills feel like they've gotten worse, which is so annoying because they already weren't great. But it's like I'm out of practice, you know? It's like when you try to go on a jog or something for the first time in months, it's like, ow, my joints hurt. For me, it's like, man, I forget how to interact with people in a way that's both authentic and friendly. And, well, I don't have an issue with being friendly. I have an issue with being too weird or whatever. But, yeah. That's my little spiel. How do I pronounce that? Lauiakja on YouTube. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I know that's you guys heading out? Oh, no way. Okay. 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 Well, I see Wella.
Find out tonight.
Okay, I'd like to at least stop by. Like, I don't, like, because we're on stream, I can't, like, say a proper goodbye. Okay. Cool. Cool. See you guys. Love you too. So Dan and Willa are heading out, which is a little bit of a bummer because I got into work a little late and I wanted to hang out with them, maybe have them on the stream, but I guess they found something they gotta do. So,
Hi.
Hank! It's Hank. Yeah, but I was just answering. Someone said my school takes ADHD as a joke, and that sucks. My partner and I were just talking about that last night because, yeah, people treat it like an excuse, and like a lot of people. Like I don't know. I appreciate the optimism.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, and it's like I would love for people to accept it, and I think people accept it okay. But I also don't think that people, kind of like depression, acknowledge the signs and the limitations. I think people take a lot of, like, I know my parents, like, it was always like, no, you just need to try harder. And it's like, I can't. And there were times where it was like, it's too much. The system I'm in is not working for me. And a big one for me was little things like, for example, like I have serious, like reading anxiety. Like I have issues with reading because of childhood events. And the fact that I had such a hard time keeping up with a book and reading a book, because there's nothing moving, there's nothing super, super engaging if you're not engaged in the story. And it was physically difficult to keep me grounded in the book and pay attention. Like I would take 4 hours to read 50 pages, like when I was in high school, middle school. And it was, you know, when I struggled with wanting to read the book. I remember there were moments like I would find these shortcuts. I would listen to audiobooks. I would watch a play of it that had the exact same script, and my teachers wouldn't take it. They'd be like, no, that's not what I asked. And I was like, okay, well, you understand that assigning me to read 200 pages in 2 nights is impossible for me. Like that will take all of my time and then, okay, well, everyone else can do it. And so it happens in like little small ways like that, I guess, is what I'll say. But I do think people are generally becoming more accepting, as they are with a lot of things, because it's just 2020 and there's a lot of things that we have the internet, we have people talking about it en masse and being like, hey, I also suffer with this thing. But I was talking to Gina about it last night because she knows a ton of people in her family with ADHD, and she says, she's like, I know there's no way it's fake because all these people exhibit nearly identical patterns and they struggle with it equally, and some are 20 and some are 50. So yeah. Unfortunately, I think mental health in general is not treated with the level of, not authenticity, validity that it deserves. Like certain addictions, certain, I mean, I'm going to therapy for ADHD. I'm 23. I never did that before, and no one ever pushed me to. And I'm only discovering now that it's something that I can genuinely talk about. So I'm sorry to hear that. It's, especially in a pandemic like this, it's tough. It's so tough sometimes, and I shame myself a lot for not being able to like work like, you, Hank, where you sit at your computer and you work and, you'll say, well, I don't like to do it sometimes, but, I've found coping mechanisms that help. I've got a big ass fidget cube. Oh, big fidget cube, sorry.
Big future.
Go ahead, Hank.
Oh yeah, I don't have ADHD. The problem, only like mental health thing I ever had a problem with was anger. And that was like early on, early 20s. And it was something where it was not really, I didn't do anything physical, but I would get just super angry.
You'd want to.
And you'd want to do something you'd regret, be it physical or like say something in anger.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the good thing was, talking, stuff with family, even in my relationship, just talking stuff out. Talking about it is better than being silent about it. I mean,
yeah.
That way, even if like Dana was just coming in here and like not explaining what's going on with her, it'd be it would create bigger problems for her not to communicate that stuff. So just, and again, you can talk about something and may not get the reaction you want, which, hopefully you have people around you that will listen. Or eventually they'll learn that it is hurting you not to listen.
Yeah.
So hopefully. I know that not everyone's in ideal environment for people to listen to that stuff. But don't take that as a reason not to talk about it.
And do not take, like, I remember, I guess I won't name any specific names or anything, but let's just say the environment I grew up in, I was told that people can't change. If you have something like anxiety, ADHD, yes, I guess you can work on it, but no, you'll never manage it. You just have to accept it. And while there's some merit in that, the idea of like, there are some things you have to work with, I was basically told that people can't change. And like, I would like to show those people, Hank, because you are the easiest person to get along with because you're so real and honest. And like, you can tell that for someone who struggled with anger, you don't show it. Like, I can see in moments like you'll be like, sorry, I'm getting angry again, but like you know how to cope with it, and it's really impressive.
Exercises to, I mean, obviously this has it took me several years to, not, because early on it was just a matter of you get angry, you'll do something harsh, and there's definitely been people in my families that have struggled with that more than me. So a good thing for me was, I mean, it's unfortunate, but like I saw what I didn't want to become.
No, that's true. That's true. Is your mic on?
My mic's on.
They said your mic is cutting. I don't know what you're talking about, but my mic has new batteries.
Are we on the same channel again? No, we're not. Can you guys hear me fine now?
Let us know if there's more audio issues.
But yeah. Oh, thanks, Becca. Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, anger is not really thought as a because.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely something, sorry, I just cut that off. Definitely something that, is a mental health thing. And obviously it's something people need to overcome because a lot of people, you can see in the media, I'm not gonna name people, but anger has caused conflict in people, and people don't diagnose as, oh, that guy's angry. An angry person can be just put they're just being irrational. It's like, yeah, that's
kind of the point.
Right.
Like everyone gets, like, anger is okay. Just like anything.
Oh, no, Dana, yours is.
Yeah, could you put on the headphones and hear me and tell me how I sound? Because there's no reason. I put new batteries in and it looks fine.
Sound fun now.
Blah, 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 blah. Am I cutting out? Hello. Hello. Am I cutting out?
No, you're fine now.
I sound fine? Okay, let me know, guys, if anything. But according to Hank listening in, I sound fine. So I'll just keep talking, but worst case, I'll get a new mic. But yeah, no, anger is a really interesting one because I know Brene Brown, who's a big inspiration of mine. She's a shame researcher, and she writes a lot of fantastic books that literally everyone and their grandma should read. But she says that for some reason, anger is the only negative emotion we're allowed to show publicly. And that's true. And I think that's why anger becomes so inflamed, is because people are told, just get mad about it. If you're like in a healthy relationship, there's rising levels of annoyance. But I know a ton of people who they're polite. They're polite, they're stoic, they're stoic, they're stoic, and then they explode. And it's because they're taught that anger's bad, but it's the only tool at your disposal where you know, they'll mock you for crying, they'll mock you for trying to just talk out your feelings. Am I cutting out? Becca, me too. I don't know what, maybe just a new mic?
You sound fine.
All right, well, let me flip this, guys, and then just to check, I will get a new mic, because I don't know what else it would be. All right, we ready? Overhead, Hank?
Yep, I'm gonna go to overhead.
All right, Thanksgiving dinner. 1, 2, 3. Oh, lovely. I really like that.
Delicious.
That's very cool. So that was the picture. Of course, it's mirrored. And it's not perfect, but it was kind of a nice warm-up. Looks very Dan-ish.
Looks like Dan on a plate.
It looks like Dan on a plate. That'd be a big turkey. Thanks, you guys. But yeah, I'm sorry, I still don't know how to pronounce it. I'm guessing Blau Lokshi. I'm just gonna call you Blau, I hope that's cool. If you need any tips, I'm no expert. I mean, I'm an expert in that I've lived with ADHD my whole life, but I do have tips if you need anything. They're not foolproof because it's gonna be something I deal with always. But like, I've found some coping mechanisms that really help me. And the trick is to accept that there are valid ways to deal with it. Because I used to, I still do, shame myself all the time. Like, why do I need to listen to YouTube when I work? Why do I need like a little fidget cube toy? Like, am I really just a baby? And it's like, the more you shame yourself, the more you're just preventing yourself from like, really getting to where you want, you know? Because like, it's totally fine. If you're not hurting anybody, go crazy. Do what helps you, you know? Trick is just being honest with yourself and being kind to yourself. This is my fidget cube. It has 12 sides and Hank broke one of them.
With my anger.
All right, I'm gonna switch my mic, y'all. 1 second.
Perfection is about the first thing in the world from badassery. I agree with that.
What's up?
I'm probably the least perfectionist in Jenkins.
And thank God.
I mean, I'm not, the thing is, I feel like sometimes when we talk about it, it's like, well, Hank, you don't have the brain. Like, there's definitely, because I used to film and edit weddings, and I was trying to be a perfectionist, and I learned it was not it's not achievable. Because perfection is a mind state.
Yeah, and it's a toxic one.
And it's something that people, like, I don't think, well, it is good if someone's like, oh, this is perfect. But also, like, that's also kind of a weird thing to do, because then if something else you're doing is not perfect, then you're gonna have struggles on every project you do.
Yeah.
Like, I build stuff. That's what I
you
built a
need
deck.
to finish.
I can't.
You can't
have
stop.
everything be perfect.
Can't, yeah.
That's not a thing to be lazy either.
No.
It's just I know it's not possible.
You need a middle ground, and I think Hank, you and I complement each other well, at least in like social media. Hank tends to be a workhorse and crank out a lot of stuff, but then it's like, Hank, did you rewatch this before you posted it? And you're like, honestly, no, because I was wanting to move on, and I will obsess for way too long, but I will have that certain insight where I can be like, oh, hey, this should be on there because that would make it better. I don't care if it takes more time, it would improve it twice as much or something, you know? But I can get caught up forever, and sometimes Hank neglects details, and yeah.
Then I can actually edit. So take a picture of this.
And it doesn't mean that either of us are bad at our jobs, because you need those. You need diversity in your mindsets at work.
So we're gonna make you'll see it live, we're gonna make a TikTok.
Yeah.
Slash, other social media platform.
Are we gonna put Cool Whip on it?
After.
After. Right, okay.
That's
so
the joke.
Do you think I should make it head on, like a pancake, or to the side?
Head on.
Cool.
So it flips into it.
Like this. Might be kind of boring though.
Yeah, but it's not going to be when you flip it.
You sure? You sure I shouldn't make like, hold on. You sure I shouldn't make like...
How are we going to flip it into an angled? I know what you're saying.
I don't think it...
But it will work with the flip. Yeah, I guess it will.
I mean...
What do you think?
Well, when I film a TikTok, you film the flip from the side. So you're not going to get the right angle either way, unless you really want to use the overhead.
You're right. Do it like the way we're filming it. Yeah.
Because like this to me is like, everyone's going to be like, is that a flower?
Right.
Cool. Okay, so I'm making Pumpkin pie.
And we actually have a physical pumpkin pie. Because
Yes.
if you guys are in on the joke here, because you'll see it made.
You guys get to see a silly, pulled the rug out from under you Dan Cakes
You won't
video
see it
we
in
made.
real time as far as the editing, but we haven't really done a bait and switch on TikTok. And a bait and
No.
switch in pancake art is it flips into something
It's
else
pretty silly.
via editing.
We're pretty goofy tricksters.
I have like 20 half-finished projects. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I actually just did a podcast with Dan where we talked about like
I need to see how big it is for size ref. Thanks. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah.
keep it, don't eat it.
Tell me what to do.
But one thing that I was saying is, and this isn't a knock on anybody, but like if you have projects that you have half finished, I know Dana's posted comics even reluctantly she's made on her personal account that aren't fully finished and they've done well.
Yeah. Or
And
they've
it's like,
taken 15
is
minutes.
it better to hide those away forever or, you know, hell. I'm saying you have to post, like, you could be doing art and not posting it.
We
it's
have
not bad
unfinished
to have
videos.
unfinished.
Yeah.
Because they could be finished. if you're drawing something because you're like, oh, I'm feeling this, and then at a certain point you're not feeling, there's no reason to kill yourself to finish it.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a difference if someone's paying you or you agreed to something.
Yeah. That's one
different,
I need to
'cause
work
then
on.
that's not even about art as far as it's perseverance because you promised someone something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
I mean,
you're legally, you know,
right.
you signed a contract or
But
something.
transparency, if you're like, hey, I'm struggling to get this done, give me a couple more weeks, you know, even if they get mad at you, it's worth saying. Don't be afraid to speak up.
And you got to be honest. Like, you can't keep pulling the wool over their eyes going, oh, it's almost done. And, you
Right.
know, meanwhile, and that's something I struggle with because with my ADHD, because no one came to me and was like, hey, you have a valid disorder and there's ways to work on it. I wasn't diagnosed until much later. I got scolded for certain things in school, which, like, you know, destroys your confidence a little bit. I would just lie to cover it up because a white lie felt better than, you know, being a disappointment or whatever, like letting people down because I'm lazy. And what's up? Oh, right. Sorry.
You're good.
But make sure you don't get that in the shot, I guess. Like, you can take it. I just needed a size ref. You can put it wherever.
It's just there.
Yeah. But no, so like that's something I had to unlearn is like I honestly, like, I'm willing to admit it. It's like white lying. You know, I still struggle with it. Sometimes I'll tell you guys I'm on my way, and in my head it seems true, but I know I don't even have my shoes on yet. And it's like, I shouldn't say that. That's not true. But honestly, shame can lead people to do kind of crappy things. But it's all about what you do when you know that you can do better. It's just part of being an adult, I think. Is being like, man, maybe not everything I absorbed was picture perfect, and I've got work to do.
Yeah, even doing the, oh, my bald head is in the way. Even doing the business side of Dan Cakes is learning, like, you're afraid sometimes to ask for a certain amount that you know it's worth, and then you do it, and the responses you build up in your brain are never really what you receive.
Yeah.
Like, you're always afraid to say this, or I don't
And if
wanna
they
ask them
are,
this.
they're probably a jerk. Like, if they're like, you're
Right.
not worth
I've
it, it's like,
dealt
then
with
whatever.
95% of the people we've done work, and maybe that's fortunate, but they're usually pretty understanding and cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Freddie gave me the best advice in that regard, and he said, if you charge what you think you're worth and the other person doesn't want to pay you for that, then you didn't want to work with them for your sake. Like, you don't want to work with someone who wants to undersell you because they don't think you're worth it. And it's like, at that point, that's just your signal to be like, okay, then thank you for considering, but no. And that's just self-respect, you know? That's just like, you know, it's like, don't let shame get in the way of an honest evaluation of yourself.
yeah, that's a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Rahab.
Trying to make it as realistic as I can while
My
not
fam
spinning.
is very chill and funny and very smart. Cool. It's nice when people are chill. Intensity can, you only take so much. I'm someone, and Dana knows this, I do like a little bit of chaos sometimes.
A little bit of chaos, like for TikToks?
No.
Like
So they're
workspace?
talking about, you know, family and situational stuff.
Mm.
Like, I do enjoy a little bit of chaos, but also I have a problem solving brainstorm. Honestly, there's times Pancakes has gotten to a pickle, be it an event, we need something. It sucks in the moment, but I like to problem solve stuff. So it's a challenge. Also, like, there's been times where we got 10 events this week and we need to fly on each coast, and let's see how we make this work. It's not exactly fun for you guys, but it's like, hey.
You do a good job.
I do a good, I try
do a
to
good job.
tell you guys, like, this is what's happening. I don't want to, and there's been times where you've had to end up sleeping in an airport, and I feel.
But that's like 1 in a million,
I know, but it's like stuff out of our control usually, like, oh, this flight's delayed, or
It's not fun.
right, I'm not saying it's fun, but that's when I remember when that happened to you.
I'm so tired.
I was on my yearly vacation, and I felt so bad as I'm sitting in an RV park.
It's so funny
chilled.
now. It wasn't fun. Well, it was kind of funny then because I was so tired. But it's funny now.
But respect to you, like, you were like, I'll do it. It's not going to be fun.
Well, that's what I was telling them, is like, when I've got someone to tell me what to do, I am in my best form, which is why COVID has been so hard for me. Like, I have never been good at keeping myself on my own schedule because ADHD and, like, and I don't want to blame my life on that, but it's true. It's like when you go with something basically undiagnosed, you just form these terrible habits. And then when you're an adult and you're let out into the world, you're like, I don't know what to do. And worse, you're more willing to lie and pretend than face your shame over something you never had to be ashamed about. Which is why mental health is so important, because shame leads to disaster. It leads to terrible relationships. It leads to all sorts of pain that didn't need to happen. It leads to a lot of bad feelings, a lot of self-loathing, and yada, yada, yada. That's why I like therapy so much. It doesn't tolerate none of that stuff.
Becca says, everything you talk about, Dana, I relate to so much. Obviously can't diagnose myself with ADHD, but I'm studying DMS/B, and I'm sure that symptoms match the diagnosis. Sorry, a little bit of it's cut out.
That's okay.
Because of the screen here.
I was a pretty sure case, but then I officially got diagnosed 6 years ago. And it was funny because they gave me a quiz, and I think I said like 100% for every single one. They're like, how much do you get antsy during this activity? I'm like, completely and totally agree or whatever. And they were basically like, well, you aced it. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Mine's an attentive ADHD too, so it's sneakier. Like, people are like, you're not bouncing off the walls. And it's like, yeah, because I'm tired because I can't get into any tasks without getting mentally exhausted. But yeah, I'm medicating for it now, which is neat. Not a big fan of putting meds in my brain, but when I have to, I'm willing to try anything. Maybe not anything.
Oh, Becca, you're older than Dana, younger than me. 26.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when I was dealing with anger stuff, I knew what was making me angry. So, and it felt like I couldn't get out of it. It was, and this is just because of the intensity of when I worked for my dad during the recession, and he's in construction, which is related to the housing market, which is what basically got imploded on top of everything else during that. And it was just like, I'm sick of fighting with my dad at work and getting angry. So I took myself out of that situation. And even though it was hard, my dad didn't want me to leave the family business. I mean, fortunately, like months later, Pancakes happened.
Woo.
And that was and that has nothing to do with like getting, getting better because Pancakes happened. It just like, it was like a weird thing that happened where once I decided, hey, I'm going to do this because it's better for my mental health. And even though my dad's mad at me that I'm leaving, I said I don't want to ruin our relationship. So I need to get out of this while I can before it goes too far.
Well, that's something we said, remember? Like, Dan was like, I don't give a crap about Pancakes if it means we all end up hating each other.
I said
and that's
that too,
a fantastic mentality. Honestly, when you own a business, it's like that's the thing about mental health that gets ignored, I think, is it's important. It's so practical to protect your mental health because everything functions worse when everything is miserable.
Yeah, if you can't talk, like, basically the sign is if you can't talk something out, like, okay, obviously there's things you're going to get frustrated working anywhere, doing anything.
Yeah.
And you
that's
can't
part
be a
of it.
person just like, I'm annoyed, I'm done.
Yeah.
You
Or
gotta be people.
I can't
you gotta
talk
be with people
about
you
it.
can talk it out, or I can't
Yeah.
talk about it because that's not gonna help.
Well, and that's one thing I've told, you know, people in my life where it's like they want to take any conflict as like a huge unhelpful issue. It's like, no, conflict is part of life. Like that's what I mean is like Hank, you and I have fought. I've fought with Ben. I fought with Dan. Dan's fought with you. Dan's fought with Ben.
With each other. At this
Everyone has fought with each other tooth and nail. But the difference is that there's this understanding and trust that no one's after each other's throats. We're
Right.
after an answer. It's all of us after the solution, and we understand that conflict is a natural part of finding it. And some people are like, no conflict ever. That's not polite. Don't do it. That's unhealthy. And it's like it's like if someone said it's unhealthy to break your leg, so just pretend it's not broken. It's like, no, face the leg is broken, go get a cast for it, and then let it heal in a way that like compensates for the breaking of your leg. Like, don't just put band-aids on it and walk around pretending everything is fine. And it's so easy once you understand that. It's not easy, it's simple because it's hard to have hard conversations, but they make you better, you know? Like, I have grown tremendously just from having so many hard, honest conversations that require the vulnerability that I never thought was appropriate, and so it's scary, but yeah. Just go read Brene Brown. She's a good one. So, Hank, I am doing a thing here. You might want to get me... Oh, I meant to get... Do you want to get a shot of me turning on the...
No, basically we're just going to keep the camera as is here for the flip, so I can do 2 flips.
Okay.
We're doing a bait and switch, guys, which basically means this pancake is going to flip into... Make sure everything's very tight.
If anyone has any suggestions for the next pancake, let me know. I hope it looks okay. My color choices are a little weird.
For the stream matters, for this stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you're not going to see the pancake in the video.
I am about to flip it, though. It's getting there. Okay.
Alright, I am... good to go.
All right, so I'm just going to flip it, and then should I freeze, or what?
Flip it, and just normal, but do it like very
Animated, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not too animated, because you gotta flip a pie.
1, 2, 3. Really like how that looks. That looks really good.
Alright, stay where you are.
Okay. You got that on film, you sure?
Yeah, you gotta keep your body where it's at. I definitely got that on film.
Well, I was like here.
Yeah, I know, but shoulder's good. Here. Why not?
Oh,
Then on the plate.
okay.
That's good, though. This might...
Oh, the griddle's still warm. Is foil okay to put on a hot griddle?
Yeah. I don't know how we're doing this.
Do you want me to just drop it? I mean,
Hang on.
I could like hold it against the spatula.
I'm thinking if I hold it off the side, I can crop it. Here.
This is so dumb. Just throw it on the griddle. Just make it look so shitty.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
3, 2, 1. I think that's gonna work because it's gonna be.
It's fucking thud. Oh, sorry. Freaking.
Okay, so we just.
Do you want to check it? Make sure it's okay? Do you guys see the stuff we do behind the scenes?
I think it's good.
Yeah, can I check?
Angles. Yeah, come and check it.
Sorry guys, one
Here.
second.
Give you guys this. So there's you flipping it.
And then,
Hang on, guys. Sorry.
this is so silly.
That works.
You think so?
I think.
Okay.
I can crop it in. So you won't
Do you want another take just in case? Okay, cool.
I don't think we need it better than natural.
I mean, worst case, if it looks terrible, I can do a TikTok transition, like the static TV or
I'm
something.
doing it, so don't-
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Someone, Becca said I looked away for 2 seconds and now there's a pie on the griddle. So, yeah. And is that just the video?
No,
Oh, no,
we're
the whipped
doing
cream.
But
are we doing this after or?
I mean, we can do it now.
Do you guys mind? Where this will take like 2 seconds, and then please drop in the chat what you want me to make next, because I don't even know.
So you need to film me just going, what?
Yeah. So this should get lost, right?
Get out of here. Pie is gonna be on the griddle.
And then
This is
take
awkward.
that. Yes.
For now.
Yes. Well, I was gonna hold it and just be like.
Well, hang on. The shot is me now coming and going, and you're like.
So I'm just gonna spray.
So we can film all your shots. And you can
Okay.
film mine.
Okay. You might want to go on the wide for this.
Yeah. Can we stay on the wide?
Yes, it should stay on the wide. It's Alt 2, I think.
All right, guys, you're gonna enjoy this.
Alt 2. There you go. All right, guys, are you ready for my acting of the century? Thanks for getting the pie, by the way. I saw your text like, I got the pie, and I was like, oh, right, we're doing
we just
that.
happened to lose.
So
Alright,
now I just,
hang on.
should I move my phone?
So basically, the idea is after you flip it and you go, huh? Oh, it's gonna show me walk in, and then now the shot of you, not whipped cream, you're gonna pull it like out from under. But
Can I
the
be
shot
a
is gonna be
cartoon
like, I don't
character and just
know.
be like, ah! I'm gonna do that. You know, cartoon characters are like, huh?
Well, so you're basically now reacting to me walking in, and you're going, oh, and I'm just like, so, and then it interrupts me with you pulling it out. So right now, give me a look like.
Be my director. Tell me what to do. So I'm just gonna
This
be like,
shot is you like look at me like. I
are
don't
you
know how
over
this
there?
happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Okay. Now the shot is you interrupting me like okay, and then you.
All right. So wait, can you see the whipped cream behind me? All right. So am I making eye contact with you over here?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Search for. I'm gonna do some. Keep going. All right. Is that all gone?
Maybe.
Y'all need to calm down in here. No. This is for the TikTok.
Now what?
Now hang on. Now
Should I put it in my
now
face?
you need to get this.
But I want what? Oh. Ugh.
I'm not against.
What?
All right, now let's film our shots. My shot.
Okay, ready?
Just come in.
Guys, remember, say what you want in the chat so it justifies me taking this time. All right, and come on in. Okay, good.
Okay.
And then
your
I'm gonna
reaction's
stop
like,
it?
I don't know, and I'm gonna be like, and then that's when you interrupt.
Sure? Yeah, it's clean. Okay,
Physically?
it just looks a little
Yeah,
foggy.
what? Might have gotten.
Could be my glasses too. Okay, but just
Basically, this is the interrupt shot, so I'm gonna be like, ha, and that's when you pull the rubber out. So just film.
okay. All right, I'm just gonna film.
Film.
Yep. Okay.
Now you are spraying the whipped cream. Now it's contact. Just close up in my eyes. Just I'm staring at you like.
Are you looking at the camera? I think you should look like at my hand back here. Like or I guess, no, you're fine because you'd be looking at me.
All right.
Whichever.
Okay.
All right, go.
You can like zoom in. If you want. Like I'm concerned because you're just pouring so much.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
that long enough?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be super quick. Now,
Should I just stick my face in it? Honestly,
and I just go.
I should just do it with my glasses on.
All right.
Then I won't mess up my. I should just
we
be
gotta,
like,
we gotta realize why you're doing it.
what do you mean why I'm doing it? Why am I doing any of this?
All right, I'm gonna record just one audio for this, and it's gonna be you done, and then it's.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just do that last shot.
All right, ready? Go.
You done? All right, now you can do what you gotta do. Ready,
All right,
guys?
so I'm just looking at you.
I'm not gonna block this shot so they can see.
We'll make sure that you can't see.
Wait. Keep it off the. You're gonna pick it up.
I think I should just be like,
No, you're gonna pick. Yeah.
and
you're
then
gonna
just
pick
like
it up.
stop.
No, this is what you do. Pick it up, hold it, look at me, and go.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pick it up. Yeah, big sound like over there, and then.
And then just like cut it so
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
All right, are you guys ready?
There we go.
All right. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Shoot, should I have kept a straight face? I can go back in. Yeah, wait, do that. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Jesus. All made up today. I wore black.
How you guys feel about this?
The Joy of Pancakes.
Made you real proud. No.
I know.
Hang on.
I'm so glad we have this on film. Yes, Dana says ho ho. Aim Shinterklosh. Willa brought some in. Thanks. That was not at all how that bit was supposed to go. We were just like, what else are we gonna do?
Well, the funny part is the screen, the eye contact, and there's too many concepts.
My watch! My $8 watch from Walmart!
No.
I'm glad my eyes got protected. I actually put on eye. It's in my nose.
The brittle is so warm. It's
Cassie says a good pie ruined. A good pie immortalized.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna take this to my family for thing. I mean, I'll just take it to my house.
Look.
I put my face in it.
But it's still a pie.
Hank, I love you so much.
What are we doing?
See what happens when you work on your mental health?
You do things like this.
You don't have the anger or the focus
We
to
need
do
like
great things.
One of those, like back in the day when the TV stations would go off.
What do you mean? What?
Back in the day when the TV stations go off and just
Oh,
goes
like,
to that beep, and then we come back. Everything's fine.
God, I had lipstick
Ooh,
on
that
today.
smells weird cooking.
Is it cooked? Why would you cook it?
It's just residual heat.
My skin feels so terrible.
Hey, go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And wash your face.
Okay, do a dance
Give
for
us
them or
give us
something.
5 minutes, guys. While I ask questions.
Let me go to the little ladies' room.
You speak about pancakes, guys. It's a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We're in a chill mode. Obviously, look how chill we are.
Oh my god.
Okay. If any
Oh,
of
it's
the
in my
other artists
hair.
see this, they're going to be very disappointed in us. And I'm the manager. But guess what, guys? If this blows up on TikTok and you see it, or Instagram, you'll be the guys that saw it happen. So you have back.
Woo!
There's definitely cream.
Wow.
Be honest, Dana's the one that suggested putting her face in it. I didn't want to go that far. I was actually going to take the blow and have her, but I feel like you used a little whipped cream. I was going to have you spray it on my face. But actually, that was better.
It's thoroughly ridiculous to me for me to be holding a pie covered in whipped cream. It's like, oh no, I hope nothing happens to my pies. And it's like,
You can
studio
smell
audience
the
laugh.
cooking of the whipped cream.
Oh,
it's kind of
it's
gross.
all in my hair.
It's kind of gross.
Welcome to the Joy of Pancakes, everybody. I feel so stiff right now, like my face. Look at this lipstick. I'm gonna vouch for this lipstick. It was all over my lips, and now it still looks like good lipstick. What do I do? Are these washable? Are these trash? What are
No,
these?
those are they're disposable. They're for staining,
Okay.
so you can toss them.
Okay.
They're like
Woo!
they're basically recycled T-shirts.
I gotcha. Hank,
It went from 0 to 100 real fast.
I mean, honestly, Hank's a blessing with skit ideas, because this skit, other than shoving it in my face, was his idea.
You saw that happen in real time, right, guys?
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
As
Like,
far
I'm
as
so
like
glad that
the
was.
idea, it wasn't like we planned on Dana putting her face in it.
But like, it just got to the point where I had to.
You had to. There's no other option.
No, it would be such a waste to
Right.
have a whipped cream pie like
The
right
joy
here.
of
and I'd be like,
pie and whipped cream.
hey guys, I'm a clown. It's official. I got my clown license. I can do that in the state of Missouri. All right. Do we want more pancakes or was that just the peak?
Do you feel like you need a shower?
Honestly, my skin feels kind of smooth. And
You get that whipped cream facial?
I get that whipped cream facial. Yeah, Jeremy, did you see that?
I'm eating this.
Becca said that impulsively, though. I mean, when I see an opportunity,
That's
it's good to not overthink it. And I actually learned that from Hank. Like, don't overthink something if it's a good idea.
Unless you're gonna hurt yourself.
Of course, of course.
Like, I'm gonna jump off this roof.
That'd be funny. Ben's older sister just saw you do that. Is she in the chat?
Ben's older sister knows Ben.
Yeah.
Worry about.
You're eating the whipped cream. Okay. You're lucky I got a COVID test and I'm negative as of this morning. But sure, eat the face whipped cream.
Whatever.
Whatever. That's a good point.
Dad had to do a charity pie booth once. Hey, Jeremy, remember when you were like, hey, make
Oh, no.
streams have goofy things?
Hank, what happened?
I don't know. Froze? Why did the computer freeze?
The computer didn't die, did it?
I think we're good.
Are we good?
Still there, guys?
Our computer just went to sleep or something. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Woo!
I'm gonna edit that.
Yeah, have fun.
Got-
Hank, I appreciate
super simple.
that so much.
I mean, I appreciate you putting your face.
I appreciate me putting. I'm so glad I had my glasses though, real talk. That would have been so much more annoying if it was in my eyes.
I gotta see if we're still actually online here.
All right, everybody, we have fun here. I am so grateful to be working with this team because stuff like that is a daily occurrence. Where's my mistake? Oh, the whipped cream.
Yeah, sorry. I also think I took all your towels.
No! I have a pocket towel, but I do need a hand towel. That's fine. Oh, goodness me. Okay, thanks, Hank.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, everybody! Becca, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Okay, so, where were we? Hank, can you think of anything I can make?
That's the audience.
What do you guys want? I thought about making, like, for the
I don't
non...
have to do any more Thanksgiving.
Well, I was thinking, like, a nice little prompt would be, like, a really cozy, like, hot chocolate mug. Like, very, very cozy fall type thing. So, I might do that. My face feels alarmingly soft. And not sticky, which is weird. You know? Because, like, you'd think it'd be, like, full of sugar.
I mean,
So-
you didn't have it on super long.
Yeah.
That grill will have to be rinsed after this. There's definitely...
But I should still cook on it, is what you're saying? Oh, what a day. I'm so glad I, like, wasn't so sick I couldn't come in today. That I would have missed that. Oh my god. Okay, so let me get y'all in the overhead here. Yeah, Becca says warm cozy blankets and hot chocolate. I think that's the mood I'm going for. I just splashed cold whipped cream pie into my eyes. So I want something a little warm and cozy. It'd be so funny if you were like, no, it didn't record. Ooh, 30 people watched my rebirth just now. Yeah. Honestly, I think the video should just cut, like, inappropriately quickly after it hits my face. And then a separate post can be the bloopers reel where it's like I'm cracking up and my glasses are stuck in the pie. Like, we could post it on Thanksgiving and then the day after just be like, hope you like this video, or whenever it blows up or something. Yeah. You know those memes where like something terrible happens, but then it just abruptly cuts? Yeah. All right, y'all, let's bring it back. I don't even remember what I was doing. Yeah, you know, like we can, there's comedic timing there, so it's like play it by ear, but I would say you need no more than a quarter of a second after it's against my face that you cut it. Just long enough to be like, what the hell's going on? And then boom, you don't get to know. Okay, all right, so. Okay, I want to make some hands. Hands are a fun challenge. I want to make hands holding mug. I want to make something a little cartoony. What'd you say? Just watching. Hank said he got some whipped cream on him too. Oh, it's good stuff. All right, guys, we're looking at pictures of women holding mugs. As you do. Ah, all right. What a rush. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I love this company so gosh darn much. Hank said that he likes how the title of the stream is Chill and Relax. That is pretty funny. Guys, how to steam and pancake batter. How to coffee steam. I'm gonna try kind of like a Now I got that stuck in my head. Ah. Yeah? I sing a decent amount already on the streams. Yeah. Are you complaining that your hands are sticky? It's just funny. I'm surprisingly not sticky. Like, my skin feels amazing, honestly. Yeah. I love making hands. They're really hard to get right, but I'm always up for a challenge. Hands are fun because they're always going to look like broken when you start drawing them, but you just have to have faith, and then they almost always come out okay. The older I get, the more I realize that, like, you just gotta have moments, and I mean this completely unironically, but you do just gotta have moments where you stick a pie in your face. You know? Like, because what's gonna make a better story? I thought about it, but I didn't want to get all messy, or I stuck a pie in my face at work. I mean... Yeah. Sorry, Hank's yelling stuff at me about, he's editing the video and he's yelling ideas and stuff. He was saying we should just caption it Happy Thanksgiving, just nothing else. I would also try to not let it get too long, like keep it till... I think you could easily keep it to about 20-25 seconds. Cool. I know that's tough for me. When we get a lot of good footage, I tend to be like, they'll watch it if it's a minute long, but, you know. People ain't got no attention spans no more. Hank's saying he wants someone to turn on our TikTok while there's a Thanksgiving dinner. They can just have a moment of existential confusion. I like that. I like that idea. Okay. Hey, Becca. I mean, am I wrong? Like social media is, I mean, that's why I have such an issue with social media, is short attention span. And it's like social media is built to constantly stimulate. And I'm not hating on people with short attention spans. Like, I get it. But yeah, people like me, it's like, well, because I know for me, like, the feeling that wells up inside of me is like feeling like my attention is precious because I feel like I have so much less to give. And so it's like when a video is boring me, I'm like, I don't got time for this. Next. And then I might miss out on some good content that way. I think this is gonna be pretty, and I'm excited to see it. Whew. I have Todrick Hall stuck in my head. I'll put it all over you. I'll put it all over you. You know? All right. How we doing out there in the audience today? Drop a pie emoji, because I think there probably is one, if your day was made better by the pie thing. Drop a banana if you could be better. And drop a balloon if you're sad. And feel free to talk about it. I hope your day's been going okay. I feel great because I got really sick this morning, and there's nothing like recovering and feeling like better and just being grateful to like not be throwing up or in pain or whatever. So I feel great. I hope this looks like normal hands / arms, because this is just a picture I got off of Google. Huh. Yeah, Jeremy, are you quoting Animaniacs? 6 seconds is too long. Now the format is, like, I think they said a tenth of a second. So they're like, here's the top 10, and then it was just like a 1 second clip. The new Animaniacs reboot, anybody? It's pretty good. I was laughing pretty hard at it yesterday. Uh-huh. I think it was episode 6 and 7 that made me laugh pretty hard. People are dropping pie emojis. I love that for you guys. Yeah, hands are something I don't think I've ever tackled in pancake art this intimately, I guess. Like, usually if I have hands, it's because I drew a big character and they've got little hands. But this is a hands drawing. So we're gonna see how it goes. I cannot stress enough how hard hands can be. But you artists already know that. Trying some stylized fingernails. I hope it looks okay. Those might look kind of funky, but hey, we're gonna try it. Nothing wrong with trying something new. Worst case, I learned something. I might do something completely unrelated to autumn after this. I kind of just feel like drawing a big spooky monster or something, because literally I was sitting here like, I can't wait till I'm done with the stream so I can, well, I gotta get work done, but later tonight, draw some stuff in my sketchbook. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm here. I could draw something in my sketchbook on the griddle. That'd be kind of fun. I've been getting back into drawing for myself, which is very fun and very relaxing. I've been trying to be better about work time being work time and rest time being rest time. So when I get home from work and it's 8 o'clock, I don't sit down and do more work. I draw, and that's actually a very practical decision because it means I will be more refreshed for the next time I work. You know? Lau asks, what kind of music do I like? I like very, I don't really have like a type for music. I know that one thing that really, really has always appealed to me is music with like a high tempo, like something you could dance to or run to or, you know, that kind of thing. And I think it's because I really want to animate to music someday. It's something I think about daily. And so I like songs that I listen to and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is so expressive and fun and uppity and the beat is fast and I just want to draw to it. I also like exercising, and so I really like music that gets me pumped up. So anything that pumps me up, honestly, is really, really good. And I'm one of those people that I don't have a favorite artist for real. I don't have a favorite type of music. But I have a sound that I like. And if I find a song that I love, chances are I'm going to play it 8,000 times. That's another way I deal with ADHD is by listening to the same songs over and over when I'm working. And it really helps. It just, for some reason, I have certain songs that if I could play on loop 40 times in a row and I'll get work done because I don't know, brings me some peace, I guess. Kind of makes, I always say that like my brand of ADHD is like having 2 toddlers running my brain, and the toddlers tend to just like start hitting each other and like running around and hanging off of chandeliers, and I'm the parent that needs to keep them under wraps. And so like it's easier to take care of one crazy toddler instead of 2. So I always try to give one of the toddlers like TV or something to watch, because I can exercise the other, I can let the toddler run around in a pen or something and they'll be fine. But I can do that if the other toddler is playing a game or something where they're just sitting and relaxing and they're occupied. And so that's what I try to do, because I don't get much done if both toddlers are running around causing havoc, drawing on walls. I need to keep one occupied with something like mindless, and then the other one I can focus on. So that's why a lot of times I do things like listen to YouTube when I work. And it can be a challenge sometimes. I have to balance how much it doesn't distract me, but like I like to re-listen to old videos. So that helps. Videos I know, so I don't feel like I'm learning anything, therefore I can expend less energy listening to it. Some songs that are familiar. I hope that answers your question. I never have a clean answer for that question. I don't have a clean answer for who my favorite artist is or favorite type of music. I think in general, media just kind of tends to click with me. You know, it's like I don't have a lot of favorite types, but I know what I like, you know? I know if like, one thing I'll say is that you will have my heart forever if you're an artist group that animates their music videos, because I am obsessed with watching animation. And so I will watch your music video 800 times and I'll get obsessed with your songs. And a lot of albums on my phone are from bands who have animated music videos. Mystery Skulls, Studio Killers, Caravan Palace. And it's pretty much because I got used to their sound, because I watched their videos over and over and over and over. It's like, you've won this time, clever business people. Smart move. Really is. I think this is gonna be cute. I'm freehanding this part. Trying to figure out, like, whoa, dropping stuff. Thanks, Rahab. What do I think about K-pop? I know exactly one K-pop song I like. I've never tried listening to like more of it for real, like maybe once, but there's this song that just like caught me. Animated music video, that's the trend, and it was I think it's called Pop Stars by everyone saw the music video when it came out. It kind of blew up. But it was the League of Legends, I think, like girls, and they're like an animated K-pop band, and it's a good song. I don't know. It wakes up something in me. I was listening to it yesterday. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I'd love if you could tell me what it's called. Pop Stars, all caps, and it's by, I forget, but I'm sure I could look it up or something in a second, but I want to get to this.
I was walking one day when I happened upon an old man.
It was like da 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 da. We go hard. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We're pop stars. Do 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 do. Ain't nobody getting us down, 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 down. Something like that.
A voice like his hands, wrinkled
I liked that song.
but still sharp with wisdom and concern. It was a question he posed to me.
How goes it, Hank?
I know that you exist, he asked. I stopped and turned to face him. His deep-set eyes were traced with anxiety. I stood a dozen silent paces from him. thought I spoke.
What a cozy stream.
Don't any more than I know that you do.
Becca says Ben mutters to himself when he does pancake art, and Dana sings to herself.
Lips twitched in what may have been a smile.
Ben always mutters to himself, though. That's not a pancake thing. It'll be like just me and Ben in the studio, and he'll be like doing something, and he'll be like, now how do you think the neuron stabilizer does the JPEG tech thing? And I'll be like, huh? And he'll be like, I'm not talking to you. And I'm like, oh. That sounded like real tech speak. Come on. Don't worry. Nom, nom. No one's eating these pancakes. So I can put my mouth on the bottle. Down, 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 down. We can try, but we gonna wear the crown. Down we go hard. Down, 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 we go hard. It's an in pop stars. Down, 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 down. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. Yes. Cool. I'm excited for this one. I like Joy of Pancakes and the fact that I can like try stuff. Yes. Do not deny that to me, Hank. Hi, Simon on YouTube. What's up? How you doing? I couldn't decide if I wanted this sweater to be blue and green, so it just got random patches of blue. Sweaters are like that. You get those sweaters that like look really sloppy, like at least design-wise, but you love them because they're cute. So you guys might see that I'm covering my steam. With lighter colors, it's actually really easy to bleed through them, and I'm hoping that happens here. I'm hoping that the steam has like some transparency to it because it's steam, and steam does have transparency to it. So I would love if I could pull that off. No matter what happens, it's going to be a learning opportunity for sure, because I'm always trying to mess with transparency and lighting effects. Probably a little more than is sane, because it's pancake art, so there's no guarantees about anything. But I find it very fun, and I've found that it's made some of my best pancakes look pretty exceptional, because they have that added layer of detail. I don't know, I just like pulling stuff off. Hair might be a little sloppy, but that's okay. No one's going for perfection here, especially not me. And that's all that matters, because I'm the only one doing stuff here right now on the pancake. By the way, if you guys want to see that TikTok finished, if you have TikTok, go follow us. Ooh. It's going to be a good one. I can feel it in my bones. Do I have like a dark orange? I guess that'll do. It's a little darker, but not much. Red will be a good one for this because for anyone who knows color theory, red and green are on opposite ends of the color wheel. And so I like to emphasize that kind of contrast, and there's a green sweater, and so there's red hair. I don't make the rules. I should have made a border for this first, so I could... Hope you can hear me. Dropped my mic. Fell right on the ground. Whew. Hi, boy. All right. Almost done with this. Yeah, Renee probably did say that. I don't know that quote directly, but makes sense. She's a wizard. Ah, I could have used that red. It's a good red. Oh well. Whoop. Okay, so how to border this? Wish I knew. I guess I could start to cook this a little bit. And smush this down. There we go. Can do the same thing down here. My watch is still so messy. It's over here on the side. It's funny as heck. Yikes, that is not a very straight line. Yikes. Once again, we will whoop. And once again, I'm gonna straighten this out. And then this would probably definitely, I mean, this would fade to black because it's shadows. So that's fine to be a little bit more like that. Maybe with some green relief over here, like her sweater's hitting the light again. But then up here is no man's land. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It's a little contrast off that orange hair, why not? And then we're gonna see how this looks. I really hope that steam stays in the shot, because you can see it's completely gone now. So I would love for that steam to stick around. I guess we won't know until we flip it. Because white being a light color that creates pores in the batter like it does, in all its infinite wisdom, may have obscured that steam because it had other colors put on top of it. We shall see. I also hope, I don't have much hope because I think there was some white put into my flesh tones, which isn't ideal. But I hope that the shading on the face registers, because it might not. In which case it might look really vectory, but that also is just a typical stylistic choice, so who knows? I guess we'll see. And if y'all don't mind, after this pancake, I'm happy to make you something else, but I do have to actually go to the restroom for something other than wiping whipped cream off of my entire head. But I am gonna run to the restroom really briefly after I flip this, so you can stare at it for a little while the griddle also cools down, but just don't think the stream is over. I'm also gonna grab a snack. All right, we're gonna see how that looks. Aw, thank you, Blau. It's very kind of you. Thanks for coming in. I see that you gotta get going to study. Good on you for studying, but thanks for dropping in. Hope this was relaxing and funny and, I don't know, whatever, just a relief. Like I said, I'm proud of anyone keeping in online classes right now. That sounds extremely difficult. Thanks, Becca. I kind of have fallen out of it recently, so I'm trying to get back into it, making the little drawings on the back. That was my signature thing for a while. I hope this looks good. Oops, oh no. I hate when that happens. Get out of there. Crazy batter. Spilling all over, ruining my border. How dare you? My glasses have a light film of whipped cream on them, but I can see fine. It's about as smudged as they usually are. Hey, Bobby in the shop, what's good? Good to see you. You're just in time for a pretty cool flip, and then I've got one more pancake after this. All right. I don't have a lot of hope for those highlights on the face. It looks like they got a little too much white batter in them, which does stuff to it. I didn't mix my colors today, and I don't want to complain because I got sick this morning and had colors mixed for me, and it was very nice of people here to offer. But I think it might have screwed up my shading a little bit, but that's on me. I also kind of guessed there was white in it and forgot about that rule. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Not terrible. Not perfect, but not terrible. I'm just happy that steam showed through. Yeah, I already see what I could have done a little better with that steam. I could have made that line along her face brown to give it some more opaqueness, I guess, with the steam. But yeah, I like that. I like even that it cooked a little darker, so the whole thing feels a little warmer because it's a little more, I don't know. Looks like it has a bit of a sepia filter over it. I also do not hate that coffee cup. I'm gonna fix this because I meant to fix this the last second. I think I forgot. Whoop. I'm a filthy cheater. There we go. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. Whoop. Did not complete this line mark all the way. Sometimes details like that can evade your thoughts and you forget about them. Thanks, Jeremy. Hey, Anders. Just got people passing through the studio. Don't mind me if I just yell at people off to the side. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna let my girdle cool down. Feel free to stare at that. I will be right back. Just gonna go do a pee-pee. All Rahab. Thanks for joining in. Hope I didn't miss you, but thanks for coming by. Thank you guys for hanging on while I did that. I only got about half a brain today, so I'm trying to remember where I put all my stuff. Here's my water, but where is my snack? Oh, right, I threw it in my bag. I gotta take care of myself today, because I had a bad morning, so I don't want to make it anything any worse, so... I'm gonna munch for a second, but I am very quickly going to move on to the next pancake, And while I was in the bathroom, I had a stroke of inspiration, as you do. And so, I know I'm not married to the Thanksgiving theme. I already made 2 really good Thanksgiving ones, including the thing we'll post tomorrow on our social media, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But, here, I'll explain it in a second. Got that pick. I quite like these next to each other. I like how they have a kind of complementary colors, not complementary color schemes. Dang it. Hold on. There we go. I like that. They have a lot of color similarities that I like very much. Okay, so as I was saying, y'all have heard of a turducken, I imagine, which is a turkey with a duck stuffed inside of it, which also has a chicken stuffed inside of it. And I've been told I should make that, and honestly, I don't think it would translate super well onto a pancake, but you've heard of a turducken. Well, get ready for a tur-dragon. What? Did she just say that? Yeah, we're going all in, I think. So I just want to draw some mythical creature because I'm getting a little tired, and that's kind of where I feel like the wind is taking me, so. Hang on tight. There we go. Turkey, turkey, turkey. All right, there we go. You see it? I went. No. Turkey. Anyways, you get it. Here we go. I don't need those to look perfectly symmetrical. Yeah. Hank says the video we just filmed is gonna be dumb. I'd love to see it, like, before you export it. Just, or, I mean, you can export it, but, like, you know, if you want another pair of eyes on it. What's up? Yeah. I'd like to just look at it, you know? I'll be done pretty soon here. Sorry guys, I'm talking to Hank. Turkeys already kind of look like dragons. Large birds just kind of look like dragons. Hi. Mm-hmm. Can't wait. Alright, as always, with pancake art, I try to draw myself a coloring book page. And then go ahead and start to fill it in. feel like every Dana stream has to have at least one creature. I don't know if I've ever done the border this early, but I thought it might be a good idea because I know by putting the border last, it's one of the last things to cook, and sometimes that can be kind of a disservice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the border now. Yes, Cassie is a tur-dragon. Kind of like a turducken, but I'm clever, I guess. I need like a lavender purple, but I don't think I have one. Thanks, Becca. I liked the idea too. That got a lot more colorful than intended. But whatever. Oh, I missed a giant spot. What was that? This is a very chaotic pancake, Becca. Absolutely. That's a good word for it. One very chaotic tur-dragon coming up. Whew. Alright, y'all. Just gonna let this cook. Don't mind me. I'm tired. I'm gonna sit down after this, I think. I'll probably just shove all these dyes in the fridge because they were made today. Dyes, I meant, dyed batter. Actually, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna start... I mean, actually, this could be flipped any second. So... Ooh, I'll give that a little more time. So we've been streaming so much lately, but that means we can kind of keep some of this batter, just kind of put it away, which is nice. We can mix it with some even fresher batter later. I don't want to let this sit too long though, but it really does seem like it needs more time. Last thing you want to do is rush it. Double RR915 says, sorry if I fall asleep. This is too relaxing. I'm glad you think so. These are very fun streams for me for the same reason. It's kind of chill. Kind of can do whatever I want. Alright, are we ready? So the pancakes should be ready. I don't want it to get too dark. Might calm those colors down a little bit, which might be good. Don't want an eyesore of a pancake, but that might very well be what this becomes. Hasn't overcooked yet. All right. Just like one more second. Don't want to push it. thank you guys for joining me today. Hope it was fun to watch. Hope it was relaxing. Hope it was funny or weird or whatever you came for or whatever you found. I am really glad that I got to make pancakes for you today. I am extremely grateful I was able to even come in today. Wasn't looking good this morning, but had kind of a 180 in terms of how I felt and like health, and so I'm glad I'm here. Appreciate all of you guys watching and interacting. It makes it really fun for me and really fulfilling to talk to you guys. So, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. That's insane. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It's like cover your eyes. That thing's neon. Tur-dragon. Isn't that fun? It was not supposed to get that colorful, but then it just did. I swear. Looks like I tried to make it as colorful as possible, but it was kind of an accident. I like that a lot. I love that it looks like it's glowing. That's a fun effect if you put white around the outlines and then you put colors going from light to dark, is like it looks like it's neon and glowing. Jeremy says it has its eye on the pie. Yeah, probably. There's a predator. So I'm gonna let this cook another second. Because I can't take it off the griddle yet. It was a pick'ems. The view count has not changed in about an hour, which I wonder if it's a glitch. Oh. Yeah. Restream is weird. Or OBS or whatever it is. Yes, Restream. I like that one a lot. Double RR915 says, wow, more of these types of streams. I enjoyed the music. I'm glad. We do these streams 3 times a week. They tend to go about 1 to 3-ish Central Standard Time. So with it now being, what time is it? 3:20 where I am, so it typically goes from 1 to 3 my time. Monday and Wednesday, and then on Friday, Monday is Dan's stream, and Wednesday tends to be my stream. You might see Dan twice a week if I'm really busy, because I do social media stuff more than Dan does, so I've got to kind of, edit videos and whatever. But then on Fridays, you can catch Ben doing a late night stream, which goes from 6 to 8 p.m., roughly. It'll start at 6, ish. But yeah, so that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If, you're on your computer those days or not doing much or you want to put aside time even, feel free to come hang out with us. We really like having you guys here. Becca says Thanksgiving would look very different if these creatures existed in the world. I mean, they kind of do. They kind of just look like peacocks.
Will we eat them?
Yes. Humanity will eat the most beautiful creatures no matter what. Because we already do. That's my hot take. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna call you Double. No worries. Give me a second. Let me, yeah. I guess I wanted to take a picture of it on the griddle, and then I was gonna plate it, and then I was gonna grab the other ones I made today. Did you take the pie?
No, that's really sorry.
Baka. That's okay. They'll see the TikTok. If they're lucky. Fair. It wasn't fantastic. It was just a pie. It's a very simple pie I made for a bit. But tur-dragon is right there. Hank, could you cut to the overhead? Because I like to move the griddle. And then I will plate this dude. Great one. I really like how that came out. So, tur-dragon. I'm gonna move the griddle. Don't step on it. It's right there. Then we've got these two, which I like how they have like complementary color schemes or matching color schemes. Then you've just got this eyesore. Eyesore, turkeyosaur, whatever. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Becca, thank you for the stream as always. Dana, this was a lot of fun. Becca, thank you for always participating and being here. Honestly, it's been really nice to get regulars as the weeks have gone on, and I appreciate anyone dropping in, but it's really cool that like people find our stream entertaining enough that they would watch and then watch again and then watch again and watch again. And I appreciate everyone's suggestions and everyone's conversation. And I just had a really great time today. This is one of my favorite streams to date. So thank you so much for joining in. Again, the next stream we will have is 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to be Ben's Friday night stream. Then we always have our request stream on Sunday, which is much faster pancakes than this, where you can ask for whatever you want, and we'll make it for free. If you're lucky, we get a lot of requests, but we like to take as many as we can from the chat. So yeah, stick around for that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's Joy of Pancakes. That's the art pieces. Sunday is request. We'd love to be able to make you or your dog or a family member or favorite character, whatever. We just want to make pancake art for you guys. And yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. We appreciate, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, brand thing aside, like, this is no corporate statement. Like, genuinely thank you for watching and being a part of the Dan Cakes experience, I guess, because I am extremely grateful with every day that goes by that Dan Cakes is still here. It's kind of amazing that Dan Cakes is still here as a sole events company trying to do anything during Corona. You guys have been, or at least offered, a bright spot on all of our weeks since we started streaming. So thank you for helping to make it successful. And happy Thanksgiving, that's right. And remember, mistakes are delicious, and please be safe. Those are not